Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Telon Times, the show all about the classic MMORPG Vanguard Saga of Heroes. I'm a little late getting this one out because I'm still sick, but I think it's over the hump. I think I'm on the mend. But this is going to be a short one, but an interesting one. Some interesting news just came out about the new changes to free-to-play and membership benefits. We'll take a quick look at that immediately here. Wow, if my browser actually loads it up here. But they've changed some free-to-play benefits, and it's really awesome. They're basically giving us more. So anybody who's free-to-play, you're getting some more cool stuff. I don't know why it's not loading now. It's ruining my cool. Here we go. Changes to free to play and membership benefits. So it's not just free to play, but it's also the people who are paying. So one of the cool things about people who are paying, I think anyways, it's cool to me, is multiple housing, which that's awesome because in Vanguard you have open world, non-instanced housing. You actually just run to a little area. I mean, they do have it cordoned off, like sectioned off. So you have to like run to a little island or something. But you don't load. I mean, you just go there, and there's the housing district. So I love that idea because I love the idea of getting like a guild castle or a guild hall and then getting like multiple buildings, and like you can have your own little town, like almost. Of course, you'd have to find a place with empty lots. But right now in Vanguard, there's tons of empty lots. There's not a whole lot of people even bother with the housing. But in addition to the previous news about the Sony Studio that's already live in EverQuest 2, which allows players to make actual items and weapons and things that go into the game that can then be bought and sold to other players. And the talk about that going into Vanguard with the possibility of maybe making untold amounts of furniture, decorations, things like that for housing. The prospect of that to me is really cool. I really love that idea. I haven't fiddled around a whole lot with housing, even though I've played Vanguard on and off for over 3 years now. So one particular question I have is if you can actually put furniture outside of the house. I'm guessing there's an actual like radius, or maybe only with things can go only within the house. So I don't know about things like can things be placed like on the roof or on the outside of the walls, because people could really, EverQuest 2 has shown us just how creative players can get when they combine and mix and match furniture and then use that to make totally brand new, never before seen decorations for the housing. So it would be really cool because people could make new walls for the houses, and people could make like flower gardens if they could go on the outside. But again, I think you cannot put stuff on the outside, only on the inside. Still, with like different size housing and whatnot. But let's go back to the offering here, and then look a little more closely. Larger tasks in the bag. We've been working on something that's come up multiple times. That's how do we make it even easier for people to come back to Vanguard to see all the changes. They decided to they expand and improve on the free-to-play offering. Vanguard, everyone can play any race, any class, to any level for free. So that's huge. That's huge. There was these restrictions all over the place on that. I mean, it was still pretty open, but there were restrictions that are now gone. You can also own a house. Now remember, this is free to play. Create guilds and do a bunch of other things. And they decided to do this because they believe that once you start playing the game without restrictions, you'll want to keep playing, and we'll find our membership options to be an even greater value. Because of the perks we're adding for membership should be something you get on top, so not something you have to do to have fun. And I love that idea because you're not being punished into paying. You know? It actually goes with what I've always... It's very in tune with what I've always said, that you give players what they want. Everything. Give players everything of what they want, and they'll gladly pay more. And that sort of is conducive to to that saying that I've always harped on. Because it means just don't roadblock, restrict, just don't make it feel punishing. And like you have to pay to be rewarded or unpunished, and because people will still pay. That's the way it is. So there'll be increased XP and faction gains. Now this is for paying members. Discounts on broker fees, ability to purchase additional housing plots. Again, I mentioned that. That's awesome. And other exciting benefits. You can see all the membership benefits here. So this is back to the Matrix, and you can see how full access, level 55. So there's still player character slots, but there's no restriction on those races or classes at all anymore. So basically, the free to play is saying you can only have up to 4 characters at a time on your account. Experience gains, normal. Faction gains, normal. Unlimited coin limit, which is amazing. That's awesome. So you're not restricted to that at all. Quest count is totally maximum. Items, now the items you have limited access, so let's go see what this says here. Rare and higher items will have limited availability for free members. So that's still there. Marketplace station cash normal. Bag slots 4. Bam, that's awesome. All 4 slots. Broker system, normal broker fees. Banks, limited. Now this is 75 slots for 1 vault. where paying has 225 slots, 3 vaults. But that's 75 slots, 1 vault. That's pretty cool. Caravans are kind of pointless in the game. I mean, I'm glad they mention this so they don't ignore stuff that's in the game, even though it's maybe not really used. But full access. Brotherhood's full access, which is awesome. Housing, 1 house. That's awesome. You get a house. We can have 2 houses now. That's awesome. In-game for paying. In-game mail, regular chat, unlimited. Guild function. Okay, I've spent enough time on this. I'm gonna go ahead and end this now. But there you go. I mean, that's awesome. I think that is a brilliant move by SOE, and I think it's really going to get more players in. It's maybe not going to be the second coming, but I really think it's going to get more players in. And I'm looking forward to a future Telon Times, which will be every Sunday, so you can always leave your comments, questions, tips, or whatever in the comment section below. And so every Sunday, I'm going to try to have them out every Sunday at 10 a.m. I was going to try to have it out at 10 a.m. today, but I was sick and I literally slept the majority of the day. But I think I'm getting better, so that's good news. And stay tuned for my other shows. Wednesdays I'm going to be doing a brand new show called Browsy, all about browser MMOs, and maybe even not MMOs, but other browser games as well. But I'm going to try to stick to mostly MMOs, but not all. So I've got Browsy, and of course I think Thursdays I'm going to do like 5-minute adventures, and Fridays are going to be like my Dungeoneered, and then Saturdays are Youser, and Sundays are Telon Times. That'll be all on my YouTube channel. You can check all that out and find out for yourself. And so I will see you guys next Wednesday with another episode of Browsy.